Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dinner and a Game. We are massive geeks.
Yeah,
we
we
just
are.
spent almost the entire pre-show arguing about comic book movies and comic books. And M hates the X-Men. It's established.
How dare you say that? That is an absolute lie. Those are false facts. Those are false
Fake news, baby. Fake
news.
news.
Thank you.
Those are heinous allegations. How dare you?
How dare you? Excuse me.
Well, welcome everyone back to Dinner and a Game. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are going to be doing a little bit of gaming for you. Hopefully not so much crying this time. We have the amazing Milagros back, so, you know, we will...
I graduated college!
She is a graduate. The pictures are up on the Discord if you guys want to go check them out. She did us all proud, and she walked...
As a tabletop dad, I'm so proud of you, Milagros.
Thank you.
Absolutely proud of you.
And you are an inspiration to all of us who are, like, you know, trying. You did it.
I did it.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Tuesday, and Tuesday is Emerald Sanctums, which is our World of Darkness Outcast Chronicle. Outcasts in the World of Darkness means that we are not limited to any one supernatural feature. We can be vampires, we can be mages, we can be werewolves, we can be Bastet, we can be changelings, and in the spirit of that, I think we have one of each. So everyone be welcoming to our amazing players. Thank you all so much for coming in again tonight. Week after week, you guys keep coming back for more torture, and I feel bad, but I need more tears for my cup so I can actually drink something.
I was say, do you actually feel bad, or are you just saying you feel bad? We feel bad about the situation because, like.
I mean,
okay. All right. No further questions.
But no
further
questions.
Your Honor, Exhibit A.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Hearsay,
Your Honor.
All right.
If you know, you know.
So let's go around and find out who our amazing players are and who they're playing. Let's start with someone who has been poking fingers at me tonight. Ivy.
Hi.
Accuser.
Hello. Yes.
Accused.
Hearsay. Is this you serving me favors? Is that what this is?
So, Ivy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for some trauma.
Oh,
great.
Yeah. You're gonna go see an old friend,
Yep.
and we're gonna have some fun.
Mhm.
It's gonna be neat.
Sure. We'll go with that. That's the adjective you want to use. We'll use neat.
So, and who are you playing for all this drama tonight?
I am playing the lovely Vera Rhoda, who is a Lasombra vampire and failed nun. Yeah, she's lovely. Best friend of Emery's and goth girlfriend.
and soon to be,
Traumatized. Right.
traumatized. Gotcha. Let's move over and around the circle, skipping over the fat man in the middle, and jump to M. She blew out the mic already.
What?
Yes, your hello.
Your hello did not pick up that.
Every week. And
there it goes again.
I'm done. I'm so done.
So, M,
Yes.
in a range of volume or sound that the human ears can hear, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, so I'll be playing our Countess, Rosaline,
And
who is our lovely noble she, who is about to try to negotiate with Mab with our lovely Mark and a group. I call them the boys.
yeah, considering that you're going there in a monster truck.
Absolutely. And,
Yeah, they're going in
like,
Finn's
super
monster
sweater.
truck, Milagros.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention that.
There's trolls.
There's trolls in the bed of a monster truck with Mark.
Mark.
With Mark.
And they've been
Mark
ordered
never
not
really
to eat
goes
it.
for
I'm so upset. That I missed
So they're
last
gonna
session.
okay. Basically, we split the
Fuck.
party into 3 groups. We have the boys. We have Vier going off alone. We have everybody else at the house.
Just waiting.
So we have someone storming the castle. We have somebody storming a cafe, and then we have those at home waiting for the call of the SOS.
So, and that's just on the menu for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you're going to be okay with that. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. Jonathan's one of those people who is smarter than the rest of us and is not on social media because, you know, who wants to live your life in the public? Says the person with 5 other people on him on screen on the internet for anyone to watch.
That's why I'm saying nothing and just.
I know, everyone just shut up. Jonathan, who are you playing tonight?
Are you asking me to quit the show, Ray? Is that what's going on?
No. Oh, I mean, if you feel the need, but I don't want you to.
No.
You're like, you're not on social media. Why are you on the internet?
You're not on the
Why are
internet.
you here?
You're not here to be on social media. You're here to play a game.
I am here to play a game.
Jonathan is one of our old school daggers. He's been around with us since 2018 when we started out as a podcast, and he has been pretty much a consistent player in most of our games here on Internet Game. So, Jonathan, who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Mark, who is a Bastet werelion, and he is the best of all of the were breeds that could exist. All of them in all existence, like just the best.
And there's no questioning any of that logic at all.
No, so Mark has got so many accomplishments under his belt already. He has asserted dominance over the only other cat he's seen in the last 3 years, which just happens to be Emerus's familiar. So that's a huge accomplishment right there. That cat's scared of me, so that's a huge accomplishment. And I proved I'm the bestest at everything we've ever done for the last 5.5 days, which is pretty much the whole game.
Except for the race you lost.
That's true.
I didn't lose the race. I was boosting Pandora's confidence so that Pandora would be capable of accomplishing
We rolled. And you lost.
No. I'm allowed to reframe the events how I need to.
And you lost.
Hey, he's the one writing this narrative, okay?
You write your narrative, I'm gonna write mine. Who did M ask to go with them in the monster truck again?
I was here. I was graduating college.
So you're saying she couldn't ask your character because you as a player weren't here? Or she just didn't ask your character because she knew that she had the bestest going with her?
Oh boy, I love metagaming.
Well, thank you very much, Jonathan, for already embodying Mark. Speaking of your own narratives, Milagros,
Hello.
our college graduate, how are you doing?
Yeah. I'm pretty good. Definitely tired. I was up at like 5 in the morning for my graduation because it was at 10 a.m. and there was 1,000 of us.
Oh my god.
So it took 2 hours to check us in. So they were like, yeah, you have to be at the thing at 8, which means we had to leave campus at 7. So we had to get up super early. And then the next day I moved out of my dorm and literally did not go to sleep until I had everything like cleaned up and somewhat in my room because I'm now moving to New York in a month.
So half of it's still in boxes?
No, most of it is still in boxes, and I'm not taking most of my stuff out.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to have just everything scattered.
Fair.
But I'm super excited to be back, and pretty fucking jazzed about finishing college. I haven't gotten my actual degree thing yet because they're mailing them.
Mm-hmm.
But once I do, I will be flashing it constantly. I'm very proud of myself.
As you should be.
As you should be, and we're all very proud of you.
Thank you.
And who are you going to be playing this evening?
I am playing Pandora, our maybe soon to be reconnected with the Black Furies werewolf, and emotional support dog to whoever needs it in the party. Lately, it's been mostly Rose. Who also just that entire ice bucket is just hers now. No one can touch it anymore. Mom said I could have the ice bucket. So just I guess on the SOS kind of roll with Emrys and Penny for now because I missed a monster truck last week. Fuck.
A monster truck full of trolls. I should have made them all wearing overalls. It would have been great. But a bunch of trolls in the back of a monster truck.
So 2 trolls get into a monster truck. That sounds like the setup to a joke.
But instead, it just happened. And it was more than 2.
Oh,
I think there's 4 trolls and a red cap.
Okay, so it's 4.
Yep. Sphinx.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I needed to vent to my corporate stress buddy today, but I was too busy.
Well, your corporate stress buddy is here whenever you want me to vent. Trust me, I will understand.
I know. So, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Emrys Grant, our resident mage, Order of Hermes, and resident group dad. Just waiting at the house for the SOS with Utopia and
Wrong
hoping
RP.
Utopia?
Oh shit!
It's okay. You just moved
And
too fast.
Pandora. Sorry.
There we go.
And hoping that Penny is getting some good rest finally.
Yep. And not having it interrupted constantly by a dragon?
By a dragon, yeah, or a very concerned dad.
Penny, I know that you haven't slept in like 3 days, but we need to talk.
I want to make sure that you're okay.
No, I'm on the verge of a freaking schizophrenic break because you keep on waking me up.
Emrys like poking his head and be like, "Are you asleep? Okay, okay, let me wake you up." Like, Tim is like, "You asleep again? Okay."
That's why I just left the cat Rumi in there with her. It's like Rumi will take care of her. Rumi's got her back.
Excellent. So, thank you all for being here, and everyone. These people, aside from Jonathan, for obvious reasons, all these people are creators in their own right. They have their own links. I put them all up in chat for you. Remember, the one thing you can do for any creator is to go give them a follow to just show them that you appreciate the work they do. Everyone here creates on multiple platforms, including live streaming on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, other stuff, and everyone would appreciate more followers for their content, and I guarantee you that they are all incredible. So if you can, go give them a follow. They would appreciate it. I would appreciate it because I love them very much and I love to see them succeed. So if you can, do so. In the meantime, for Dinner and a Game, we would like to remind you that we are doing a number of things to help promote our show. One of those things is we're doing some contests. The first thing is we're going to be giving away, when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch, this set of D&D rulebooks. This is the Dnd Core Set. It is the Player's Guide, Manners, Monstrous Manual, and DMG with the GM screen in that incredible black slipcase. This is a great set to keep as a collector's item or to use as your main playset. The reason it's cool to use as your main playset is if you go to the game store to play, this is the special edition covers, so they are the foil stamped covers. So they're extra shiny, extra sparkly, and extra amazing, and we'll be giving those away when we hit 1,000 followers, and currently we are at 743, so we are getting close. So if you're not following us yet, make sure to give us a follow so you can actually be one of the possible winners for this. The next item is related to 2 things. First off, it's related to our TikTok. When we reach 1,000 followers on TikTok, we're going to be giving away this. This is a 3D printed Wizard's Tower. Now, this is about 11 inches tall. It's about 9 inches wide. It breaks down. It comes in 4 levels. It breaks down into individual pieces, small enough that you can store the entire tower in a high-top shoebox. We're going to be giving this away when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I do believe we're at 920 something now. So we're getting really, really close to that goal. The links to both our TikTok is in the link tree we put up in chat. So if you give us a follow on TikTok, you automatically will be entered to win this. Also, one of the other things we're doing right now is, as part of the process for promoting the show, we were doing giveaways of the show. But I have since discovered that I suck at keeping up with that. So we're going to change this out a little bit. Instead of having me print everything out and try and get everything mailed out on a regular basis, really in a really short period of time, I am going to do a different type of contest. Same basic principle. We're going to open up at random times during the show. We're going to open up a word that you can put into chat. When we open up that word, you will type that word into chat, and everyone who types it into chat will get an entry. And then at the end of the month, we will do a drawing for a grand prize that will be done at the show at the end, the last show of the month for that month. So what that means is, we'll be putting up the command word in chat. All you have to do is type the command word, automatically enter to win. But instead of doing it on the break, and because it's just going to happen, and you don't have to be, there's no voting or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and do it randomly during the show. So it could happen right during the intro, or it could happen at the end of the show when we're saying goodbye. But what we're doing for this giveaway, and I did this because I was like, people love this thing so much. So we're going to give away the tower, because I already have a second one printed, and it's already ready to go. So what we're going to do with this is, when we do this randomly, I am going to announce when it starts. So it's not just going to be completely random. I'm going to announce when it starts. It's going to run for 20 minutes. And then at the end of the 20 minutes, it's going to cut off. Okay? And anyone who manages to type it in chat will be automatically entered to win at the end of the month. And every single time you watch the show, if you type it into chat, you will be entered to win again. So you can have multiple entries. So if you watch every single one of our shows, that would be currently 4 entries a week. Is that 4? 3 entries a week. So you have 3 possible entries a week, because we have shows on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday now. That may be going up soon. Oh, sorry, it is 4. I forgot. It's so early in the morning, and I love your show, but it's early.
M's face.
She's gonna kill me.
I almost killed you last week.
Yes, you did.
I know you did, but I was safe. I was
Yes,
okay. I'm fucking dead this week, but I'm safe then.
Oh yeah, considering who our guest is, absolutely.
Yo,
And so all you have to do is watch for when we make the announcement, and we will say it out loud and announce it in chat, and then the contest will be started. And once the contest starts, like I said, it's going to run for 20 minutes. At the end of that, I'm going to be saving out all the entries, because that's the nice thing about the contest app, is that we can actually download those directly into an Excel file and keep track of everything. So you don't have to worry about me trying to handwrite anything or trying to keep up with anything. It's done by the computers, which are much smarter than me. But all that being said, that's about all we had to go over today. There is one other thing we would like to talk about real quick, and that is the fact that we are trying to make sure that we have some programs that we try and run that are actually trying to help people as well as just ourselves. And in that spirit, we have a family member of Dinner and a Game who is doing their best to help out people who are in need, and that is... One moment. Sorry, there went crazy. and that is Psk Studios. They're helping to raise funds for the American Suicide Foundation. They do this by having charity auctions for minis that they hand paint. Now, their stuff is amazing. And they have a GoFundMe as well that you can donate just to help support them. But they do this roughly about once a month, and they do a charity auction for the minis, and all the proceeds from the auction go to the American Suicide Foundation. So if you can, please go and give them a follow, encourage them to keep doing the good work they do. And hey, if you have the money, these paint jobs are freaking amazing. He puts them up in our Discord. And if you can bid on it, bid what you can afford. And remember, if you get outbid, all you did was help out because you helped raise that bid up and you helped get that more money for that charity. So do what you can for that. If you can't bid, just go in and take a look at some of his work and tell him how much you enjoy his creations because they are amazing. Also, one of our family members is also having a very hard time right now. For this, this family member has set up a GoFundMe, and they are currently okay. They are trying to get back on their feet, and we are trying to help them out. So her story is there if you want to go check it out, and if you can help there, please do. And we're going to be having another link soon because I just heard today that one of our cast members is in need of some help too. Basically with vet bills. Their cat is not doing good. So, but all that being said, that is all the announcements I have for the night. Also forgot the amazing Star Shard Stories. M runs our Saturday morning show, and this week, M, would you like to announce your special guest?
Yes. So our special guest this week will be in for a couple sessions after this. It's Magnus Rune on TikTok. They are also one of the founders of the Figment Collective and the storyteller for Main by Night, which is one of the very first Sabbat Chronicles for V5.
Dun dun dun! And he will be there to whip the rest of us little rapscallions into shape as we are the chaos goblins, and we need some disciplining. Yeah,
you need the lovely university's president's pretty much older brother to put y'all into shape.
What? I was just parading around campus as a 20-foot tall tree man.
Yeah, you know.
Discipline, you say.
Don't get me started. Go. Oh my God. No, because they turned Club Deviant into actual Club Deviant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mihai is a primal dom, and he and his current paramour film their content there.
Subscribe to their OnlyFangs.
OnlyFangs.
OnlyFangs. I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's about enough for that from us. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty and the gritty of Emerald Sanctums. When we last left off, as has been described in M's introduction, Lady Rosaline had left the grounds in a giant 4x4 loaded down with trolls, redcaps, and Mark, who was shoved in the bed with the rest of the trolls. And Ivy, Vera, was getting ready to go and meet someone from their past. And that was stressing Emery's out a bit because he knows who she is.
A bit, yeah.
And Vera turned him down when he asked if she wanted him to go with her as backup.
Everybody needs a second.
Yep. Mark is, like I said, in the back of the 4x4. And Pandora, because this is my big thing. I don't think that Pandora would have stayed behind if they knew that they were going to go get. Oh my God, it's literally gone. Finn. Yes. Thank you. Or Finn's body. Period. But yes, so I don't know if Pandora would have stayed behind. And I was kind of just letting Pandora, wander around after all the stuff that she had gotten through, because she was still in wolf form, mind you. So I was just letting her kind of roam the grounds, maybe run some steam off, puppy stemming for the most part.
Vera tries to leave by herself, and there's just a wolf.
No.
Following at a discreet distance.
No. Bad dog. No.
Oh, come on.
It's just my sunflower. It's fine.
It does. Pandora does that thing where she just crawls after Vera on her belly.
Like tries
my
to hide
God.
behind a tree.
Tail wagging, sticking out behind the tree.
She's helping.
It's-
He's
love
helping.
So let's
Only
let's
bite her ex a little.
so let's start out with Vera, because Vera, you hadn't gotten to the cafe, right?
Nope. She was calling an Uber.
You were calling an Uber, so you are waiting outside.
She gave instructions to Emery's of if I don't call within 30 minutes, come get me. Or if I don't text you within 30 minutes, come get me.
Which does put Emery's 30 minutes away. So
Yeah. I'll text her and let her know that she got
See,
there.
it makes sense then for us to follow her just a little.
I swear.
So Pandora, you have been just blowing off steam. There has been so much crap happening that you just couldn't stand being locked up in the house anymore, and you just took off. You went into the, because remember, this is a pretty large estate, and it's got trees and everything else. It's right outside the National Redwood Park, so it's on the side of a mountain. It's gorgeous, and this like the perfect area to maybe go run down the squirrels, rabbits, anything else that strikes your fancy to chase around, and just burn off some of this stress. You come loping back around to the house, and you're kind of like running up the drive, because your human brain's like, we still stay on the driveway, and when we can, we don't walk on the grass. And you see Vera sitting outside holding her phone, and she's got her purse, and she is. Did you change?
Yeah, she once she does not carry a purse. She carries a mini backpack.
Sorry, she has a mini backpack.
She is not the type to carry a purse. She did change. She's wearing like a very short and flowy black dress, combat boots, fishnets, and her regular rosary. Her
day-to-day rosary, not the
day-to-day.
dress rosary.
Yeah, no, her day to day. Hold
She's got to put on her rosary.
on. There we go.
There we go. Dun dun dun. All right. So
Okay,
what are
so
you?
Pandora doesn't know that Vera's trying to go alone, so just goes right up to her and just like sits.
Hi, Pat. Okay, I'm gonna go out for a while. Emery's is inside. Scritch. Just like give you little scritches, like waiting for the Uber of. When my Uber gets here, you can go back inside to Emery's. He can explain what's going on. Scritch. Just pet. I'll just pet Pandora until my Uber gets there.
All right. So the Uber comes rolling up the driveway after about. Hi. Thank you very much. I love that sound. But so yeah, the Uber comes rolling up the driveway, and the driver parks. He's looking out the window, and his eyes are like kind of huge, and he rolls down the window, and he's like, "Is that a wolf?"
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. It's
He just rolls up the window again, doesn't listen to your response.
All right, fine. I'll be like, okay, go inside to Emery's now. You scared the driver. Good job. I'll get in the back and shut the door. It's like, I wasn't bringing it with me. Like,
He's like, "No, you weren't."
okay, I'll shut the door.
Hey, you know that look dogs give you when you like stop petting them? That's like the whale eye where they're just like.
Yeah.
Like, so Pandora turns around to like go towards the house, but is like, "Are you sure?" Like,
She's like, go on. Okay. Go get Emery's. Go get Emery's, girl. Go get Emery's.
oh shit. Okay.
So Pandora, when you're a wolf, you're just you, but you're a wolf. So
Yeah.
everyone talks to you like you're an actual dog.
Yeah, no, but here's the best part is that like that's like the ultimate unmasking form because everyone else adjusts accordingly, and she's not expected to act like a normal person. So yeah, she fucking loves it. Like, so yeah, just bolts towards the house. Like, okay, I've got a task now. I gotta get Emery. So I know what's going on.
So you discover the one big wolf, a difficulty with being a wolf. No opposable thumbs.
Damn.
Doorknobs suck.
Paw, 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 paw.
Just scratch at the door. Emery's violent scratching at the front door.
I kind of poked my head in into the
foyer.
The foyer. It's like, what the hell is going?
You look out one of the windows on either side of the double doors.
Yeah.
You can see a tail wagging in front of the door. A big floofy wolf tail.
I open the door. There's a doorbell. You're huge. You could just paw the doorbell.
There are literal scratches down the front of the door.
I will look at the house. Sorry, Rose. I don't think she meant to do that. Pandora, come on inside.
You close the door, and as you close the door, as the door closes and you hear the latch clicks, you hear like a creaking noise of hinges.
I will turn around to look at the door.
There's a dog door in it now.
Pandora, look at that. The Rose Red made it easy. Thank you, Rose Red.
Pandora's gonna run through the dog and run back in. Just to test it.
It works fine.
It's good.
All right. So, what, Pandora? What are you doing in the house? Are you just gonna follow Sphinx around?
I mean, we have to have a conversation about what's going on. So I gotta be a person again. So I'm gonna go back to my human form.
Okay. What is your default outfit, by the way? The one that you have bonded to you, so when you change back, you're in it.
Yeah, so it's a black tank top, battle vest, which I've worn on stream a couple of times. It's just like a denim vest with like a bunch of stuff on it, and a pair of like, pretty like loose, dark denim jeans, brown belt, and then like work boots, like Tim's.
Nice.
Practical.
Gotcha. All right, so she changes back in front of you. And changing into your human form is free because that's your species.
Yeah. So where's Vera going?
Oh. So,
Should I have hopped in the trunk?
No, I don't think you would have been able to.
Oh.
And plus, Vera would probably not be too thrilled about that. Remember her ex, who's a vampire now, and she called while you were away. And Vera and her had a conversation, and she's meeting Vera at a cafe that I assume she is working at. Didn't hear from her in 30 minutes that we were to go and get her. Were her instructions.
Do you have anything that can like get to her very quickly, or
are you asking if I can like create a portal or something?
Yeah, like can you like poof away?
I have not learned that magic yet.
Then shouldn't we go to be like closer as backup?
Did Vera tell me exactly where the cafe was?
No.
Vera didn't tell me where
the
cafe
was.
was.
There's only a billion cafes.
No, she did not.
So I won't know where she is until she texts me to let me know that she's made it there okay.
Is she gonna tell you where she is when she gets there at least?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay. I mean, I feel like then we should get going and wait.
Well, once
Yeah.
she texts us to let us know where she is, of course, that's kind of my plan. To start heading in that general direction.
Isn't this the X that's in league with like the Nosferatu looking one?
Yeah, the same.
That's not. That
The
doesn't
one that
sound good.
the one that she thought was dead, and who's not, who I met, who flirted with me.
That's rude.
I mean, it was it was good flirting. It was nice. It was I was not opposed to the flirting. It was rather delightful, but yeah, finding out that that she was who she was a bit jarring, and it's like, oh, that's why you were in my brain. That's
She
fun.
was in your brain?
Yeah, so remember, you weren't there for this. You were traveling.
No.
So when we were in the ways, and we lost our friend, we had to give up something of ourselves in order to get through.
Oh.
We weren't told what it was, but I lost my empathy for a little bit. It was very disconcerting. According to Rose, I sounded a lot like Spock from Star Trek during that time, which apparently was unfavorable, and the Vera's lovely friend went in my brain and in Rose's brain and in Finn's brain as well, to give us those things back that we lost. And apparently while she was in there, she was digging around for stuff, for information, and she found it in my mind. And the information she was looking for was about Vera.
Does she hold a grudge?
Kind of sounds like it, yeah.
Then we should go.
Yeah.
We should get moving.
I would love to, except I would hate to have us start moving now and have us going in the wrong direction.
She got in a car, so like I can't track her that way. I should have gotten in the trunk.
I don't think she would have enjoyed that. I think she would have known you were there.
I mean, the bigger forms are good, but I sometimes wish I had like a pocket pooch form too.
She wants a purse dog form.
Like a toy wolf form?
Like a Pomeranian?
Yeah, like a Pomeranian or like a
Admit it, you want a corgi form.
One of those puffy like little purse dogs. Like,
I feel like that might be scarier than your large form.
Really?
Those small dogs are terrifying sometimes. I can deal with the big monster dogs. It's the tiny ones that scare me. They're all yappy and loud.
Because if I I don't know, maybe if I got in like the passenger seat and like sat under it, maybe they wouldn't notice.
Well, you're a vampire. She's got a pretty legit sense of smell, so she probably would still smell you.
True. But why did she want to go by herself if she knows that the X is,
Well,
still...
my guess is that maybe the X may have promised her that no harm would come to her, that she didn't want to. I don't know for sure. I'm hoping that there is some promise of no combat or no harm or something.
Is the cafe open? I mean, going in public.
Yeah, the cafe is open. It sounds like. So, yeah. Also, if she does anything to hurt V, I'm going to light her on fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Barbecue.
Yeah. And I'm going to do it with lightning, and that takes a while. So it's going to hurt.
All right, so the plan is to wait then, yes?
Yeah, long enough for V to get there and let us know where she is when she gets there.
So let's cut over to a 4x4 truck driving through the woods with 5 people in the bed of the truck, 3 people in the cab of the truck. You guys are tearing through the woods, heading down the back road that's supposed to get you into the keep.
Uh-huh.
You had a kind of plan.
Mm-hmm.
Where you were going to try and reach out to... Well, where what's-his-name was trying to reach out... was going to reach out to the Boggin.
Auntie
Fiora.
Yes.
And they were going to reach out to the Boggin, and because she actually works as one of the directors for the household staff. And so while you're driving there, Puck is going to go, whips out his phone and just, dials a number. And he's sitting there and he's like, Fiora, we're going to need a little bit of a favor, if you would be so kind. He says, your lady wishes an audience with her Majesty, probably whether her Majesty wishes it or not. So I'm thinking that we might want to take a backdoor approach to this. If you would be so kind as to, I'd say, leave the pantry door open for us, we could slip in ourselves. Uh-huh. All right, yeah. No, I guess, I'm driving. I shouldn't be doing this shit anyway. And he hands you the phone.
Yeah, you should be using the tooth thing. I think it's called a tooth.
Dude, that thing burns enough. I'm not going to stick something in my goddamn ear. Just talk to the woman.
The tooth!
Sticking a tooth in my ear? What the hell? I got my hand around my neck already.
She's trying to figure out which button is the speakerphone.
It's like, just put it to your ear. It only burns a little.
Hello?
It's like, yes, my lady. Do you wish an audience with the Queen?
Correct.
That will be difficult at best to acquire. What Tux suggests would also be would not be the best way to go about this. But if you may I ask what the purpose of the audience is?
Getting Finn out of there.
Would you like me to try and go through regular channels first, or just try
regular channels first, and then go the extreme routes?
Understood. I will call Tuck back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
You hang up the phone. So Tuck's like, he's driving. He's like, I probably shouldn't have started driving until we knew what we're driving into.
Obviously, you don't know how I roll.
Well, generally we roll in this direction until the truck turns.
It's a figure of speech.
I know. I'm an asshole.
Now, Rose is trying to change the music in the car. She's trying to figure out how to change the music in the car.
Okay, so now it's on MP3. No, now it's on the Bluetooth. Now it's now it's on the radio, but you're listening to some I don't know, Tejano? What the fuck is that shit? He's like, "All right, now you turned it off. Yes. Now you set the auto display up, so it's just going to flash those pretty lights for the entire time. Would someone please? And he looks around, looks across to the other red cop. Is like, just help her. And the red cap beside you looks over at you. They're about 20 something. Their face is pierced. They have huge gauges. Their eyebrows are pierced multiple times. They have a septum ring in. Their bottom lip is pierced through multiple times. They have a piercing through the skin on their chin.
Nice.
They have dermal implants on their forehead, so they have like
Love
two
it.
ridges going up the side of their forehead, and you can see that on some of the back ridges back here, there are two chrome horns that are on there, and so you don't know if those are dermal implants or what. And they're looking at you, and there's like, "What do you want to listen to?"
We need something badass right now that isn't. No, just badass.
It says, all right. And he basically starts tuning through the channels. And he settles on a station that seems to be playing a lot of older punk classics.
Love it.
So basically the first thing comes on is the Dead Milkman. It's unfortunately edited because it is on. Oh no! He puts it on
Spotify.
not Spotify, satellite music.
Got it.
Yeah. So basically, it's uncensored. So yeah, it's complete uncensored, and it's the specific channel. It's just nothing but old punk, like Screaming Weasel's the next one on, and everything like that. So it is just old British punk bands.
Well, Rose is getting educated today.
All right, so as the music is blaring, because the moment that comes on, Tuck just cranks the speakers up. Mark, you're in the back, and the trolls are getting very, very agitated on the music, and they're kind of trying to start a little mosh pit in the bed of the moving truck. They're not standing up, per se, but they are basically sitting down, slamming into each other really hard and to beat in the music. In fact, at some points, because they're kind of all just slamming into each other, they'll almost synchronize hard enough to where the truck tilts. How are you?
I can deal with this.
You can do this? Are you giving as good as you get, or are you just yeah?
Oh no. This is you can't not give back, or I'm not gonna be respected by these trolls.
Okay. So it's like I said, it's not massively excessive, but there's definitely some every now and then there's a good bang as one of them gets shoved into the side of the pickup bed, including you. But they're all just like grinning their asses off, and it's not getting to the point where anyone's throwing punches, but yeah, there's some fierce slamming going on.
Yeah, well, when they slam me into one of the walls or the bed, I'm just gonna be like, nice push, and then just shove back so that they can see that I could give just as good as they do.
Okay, all right. So after a few moments of that, they are content with continuing the game, and they're including you fully in it now that you've embraced it. So it's just like a lot of slamming and pushing and banging around. And so as the truck is moving along, Tuck's phone rings again. Puck's phone, I mean, and he answers it, and he's like, he just looks at it, and he hits the talk button with his thumb, and he hands it to you.
To me?
No, to Rosalind.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Hello.
And she says, the voice comes on. She says, she'll see you.
I'm a little surprised.
She mentioned debts.
Yep.
She has cleared her schedule for you. Just keep on coming the way you're coming. The trot will bring you in.
All right.
So as you are driving down the road, once again the road starts to shift. The trees and everything along on the sides of the road begin to take on iridescent colors. The animals running that are being scared off by the truck begin to turn into incredibly fanciful versions of like those standard animals. Foxes become more vibrant. The birds flying through the trees become spectacular, like birds of paradise, rather than the standard crows, magpies, and other not canaries, but finches and stuff like that normally occupy this area. And you, at some point, you glimpse a pair of unicorns running through the forest. And as this happens, the truck also changes, and it turns into a huge wooden rolling almost fortress of a vehicle that is basically loaded down with two huge draft horses pulling it. They are basically, just pell-mell and not, charging forward. And you guys are sitting up on a bench on the back behind the horses, and everyone else is now inside of the coach. Which does not stop the trolls from banging the shit out of each other. So there's not a long, but there's a short drive through this now two-wheel wagon road, and you guys pull up to the 100 stairs in the front of the palace.
Rose is just gonna look at the stairs, look into the carriage.
Okay, and all the trolls are like, they start piling out. As the trolls start piling out, the moment they step out of the carriage, each one of their seemings comes forward. They're all huge, hulking, gray humanoids, 8 feet tall in most cases, and each one of them is now festooned in armor and carrying multiple weapons.
All right, Mark, you ready?
You're muted, Mark.
You're muted, Mark.
I'm getting out of that truck, and I want to see the look on their faces when they realize I also have a seeming. Am I still muted?
No.
No, I heard you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I got a text.
I believe that the storyteller is typing.
Unacceptable!
Unacceptable!
All right, so he says... So you guys are piling out. The red caps beside you on the bench is now in a gray-looking overcoat, and on his head there is a incredibly damp red woolen hat. Around his neck there hangs a necklace that looks like it's made of human teeth. And he still has all the adornments, though. And his nose is now that basically cadaver-like nose. And he has just, his mouth is huge, like a giant split of a mouse in his mouth and his face. And his mouth is full of like gnarly looking teeth. Kind of like a shark's mouth almost. And you see that Tuck looks the same way. But he's dressed actually in better clothing and a little bit more befitting his station. But he'd be in his armor right now. So yes, Tuck is actually in armor and wearing a sword on his side. And he gets down and he reaches up a hand to help you down.
Oh, Rose takes the hand, gets off the cart, looks at Mark, sees the semen thing going on, gives a thumbs up.
So you guys start heading towards the door?
Yep. Mark?
I'm headed to the door with you.
All right.
You guys walk up the doorway, and as you get to the top, there is the 2 guards on either side of the entrance. They're both carrying their halberds and standing in their station. And as you walk up, the doors open. You have come into that first big entryway, which has the 2 staircases that go up into the rest of the palace. Through the arch at the other end of it, you see the queen's throne room / ballroom, or the throne room / ballroom, and you can see that the dais is still sitting there with the throne on it. Mab is standing on the dais as you're coming in. Are you just walking straight into the room?
She is gonna walk straight in the room, not even wait to get announced.
Yeah, there's you notice there's actually no other guards inside and no herald.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, you came kind of unannounced, so it's looking like this visit is kind of off the record, as it were.
Yep.
All right, so they're coming in excuse me, they're coming to the house, and they are sorry, you come into the throne room, and Mab is kind of just watching you walk up, and she says, Lady Rosaline, to what do I owe the pleasure of this? Oh, I apologize, Countess, I forget. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Very unexpected.
Concerning my fiancé?
Yes. His seeming still resides by the balefire, but there has been no response.
As a request of his people and my own, we will be taking him home to rest at my balefire.
That is your wish. He is your betrothed, and since his seeming is not destroyed, that contract still holds. Therefore, his wishes are your wishes, and your wishes are his. If you wish to take him, you may. But I will remind you that the balefire here is the balefire that supports this entire kingdom. And there is no stronger balefire save for those in Concordia.
I understand.
Very well. I just wanted to make sure. We will ensure that his seeming is properly subsidized with enough glamour to withstand the banality that the trip will put him through. And as a courtesy to you, as a countess in this realm, I will open a trod to allow you to return without having to suffer too much of reality. Just do get him to the balefire as quickly as possible.
As quick as I can. You never know what's on the trod.
I know what's on my trod.
She's mentally clocking that.
She says, is there anything else that we can do for you at this time?
Currently, no.
Very well. In that case, the preparations will be made. Will you join me for dinner?
She'll look at Mark. Be like, do you want to stay for dinner or no? Mark, you're making the decision here, buddy.
I mean, they're gonna have probably amazing food. I'm just gonna look at, not Mab. I'm just gonna look around. Can I get a hint at what they might be serving? Is there a smell in the air?
Actually, they're not really. I mean, you know where the kitchens are, and they're all the way across the other side of the ballroom. You have no idea where the dining room is?
I'm going to amplify my scent by shifting my nose to be sensitive like a cat, and then take a good breath width, and see if I can get myself an idea of what we're having if we stay.
Okay. You get a variety of scents. You do detect the scent of some kind of roasted fowl. You do smell like several different sides, roasted potatoes, roasted vegetables. Actually, you smell you smell some kind of like really sweet smell, like cake or something, and uh, yeah. There's a quite a lot of food that's been prepared.
I'm just gonna turn to M.
Rose,
There's-
yeah.
Sorry, Rose. There's way too much food here for this to be a surprise thing. Let's just get him and go.
We will politely decline. We have other things that we have to focus on currently.
Then I will expedite the proceedings to have him made ready. And I hope that all turns out well.
As for the procedure, I want at least one of my people or myself to oversee it.
Yeah, absolutely. Who would you nominate?
She'll look at her lovely little red cat buddy.
Tuck or the other one?
Tuck.
Okay. Tuck kind of like looks up at you and says, "All right, I'll happily."
She'll have that look of if anything goes wrong.
And Tuck just kind of gives you that grin where you can see quite a bit of his teeth. And Mab kind of looks at you both and she says, "Well, in that case," and she kind of like gestures, and there's a wall, the back wall of the ball.
No, God!
Thank you very much.
No, God,
Subsequent
please, no!
King for
No!
the no God.
No!
But there is a wall that is basically the north wall of the ballroom, and she kind of like gestures with her hand, and an archway opens up in the wall, and there is what appears to be a sitting area. There's a large hearth on the other side of it. There's several couches and chairs, and sitting in front of the hearth there is it's kind of a simple bed. And they're laying on the bed in the cover, kind of as if he was sleeping, is Finn's seeming. And it just is laying there. There's no respiration, no up, down in the lungs or anything like that. But there is this dull, soft glow about it. And it is Finn's at his most she in appearance. So he is perfect. But this is also a thing of almost pure glamour.
Mm-hmm. Rose is trying to keep it together right now.
And Mab, you realize that Mab has kind of walked up, and Tuck's like walking into the room, and you see that there's several she coming out of a door to the left side of the hearth.
Mm-hmm.
And they instantly begin setting preparations, and it looks like they have several different items that probably are going to be used in the enchanting process. Mm-hmm. And Tuck just kind of goes over and stands near them, not interfering, and he crosses his arms over his chest and just watches the process.
Can I figure out who the she are, like get an idea of who they are and what items exactly are they using?
Okay, yeah. Trying to think of, that would probably be either, well, to get an idea of who the she are,
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there like a heraldry thing?
No.
What is that item? Hang on, I got your thing right here. Where are you? Where's Lane? Open.
I haven't sent you the updated one in a while.
That's okay. I'm just looking at the actual skills and stuff like that. Frickin' Faye. Oh, I got an idea. Yeah. Give me a intelligence plus etiquette. And you can use your Faye specialization for this.
Cool. Difficulty?
Difficulty is... Actually, it's going to be an 8. Because you
That's
don't
fine.
directly immediately recognize any of these Fae.
That's fine. Three successes.
Okay. So you recognize 2 of the Fae as being from this court. One of them was the resident practitioner of court, which means that he was their soothsayer more than likely, but was also basically the court's wizard.
Yep.
The other one is another practitioner that was a member of the court, but not directly tied to the High King. They are both she. They are both nobles of some renown. There is the first one is a lord, well titled. I said well landed, but he's not very high in the standing of the court. But he is known for his ability to actually be an incredibly strong practitioner of the arts. The gentleman who is the court wizard, who you recognize, is another she. He is not technically titled, although he does hold the position of the court wizard, which is in itself a position of power in the court. And he is, he is carrying a scepter that usually is a symbol of the divine providence of the kings or the king's authority. The other gentleman is carrying a bowl, which is probably a large bowl, which probably is going to be used for mixing the actual items for the incantation. The other 2 are 2 ladies that you do not recognize immediately. But if what you have heard is to be believed, these are 2 of Mab's ladies in waiting. The first one is a woman with almost white hair, and she looks incredibly young, like she might be 16, 17 years old. And
So Fresh Wilder. Got it.
And her face is very high cheekbones, very, 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 just all angles and sharp features with like blue eyes. And she's wearing like a white and blue gown. The other one is a woman of probably late 20s. And she is wearing a red and gold colored gown. Her hair is different shades of reds and oranges and yellows, and she comes out. The one with the multicolored hair is carrying an anathema, and the other one who is bringing out has a what looks to be a small chimera of. It actually looks like a chimera of like a probably maybe like something like a fox.
Okay.
And so Tuck is kind of watching, and they're going through that. So they begin getting together and to get ready to perform the ceremony. But I would ask one thing from everybody, and I really apologize. That phone call I got, I actually have to take real fast because it's work.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put us on our 10-minute break a little early. All
Yeah,
right.
no worries.
So we're going to go on a 10-minute break, and we'll be right back. And when we come back from break, I'm going to go ahead and start the contest as we get back from break. So you'll have, once we get back from break, I'm going to start the contest, and you'll be able to actually enter the contest after the break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me to deal with my stupid work bullshit. I'm back now, and so we can get on with things. But as promised, in order to compensate you for allowing me to take care of work bullshit during a show, we're going to start the giveaway. Now, remember, this is the nature of the giveaway now. Is we are going to do a drawing at the end of the month. Now, in order to enter the drawing, we're going to set up something just like the giveaway that was going on prior to this. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to start this little raffle. Now, what you do is you have to type the keyword, and that is, there it is, exclamation point tower. Type that into chat, and you'll get one entry for typing that into chat. And at the end of the show, at the end of the 20 minutes, we'll close this down. And we're going to keep a running tabulation of everyone's entries into the contest. In fact, you know what I should probably do? I'll probably start up a Discord channel with the entries in it to keep track of everyone and how many entries they have. And when we get to the end of the month, we will go ahead and draw a winner for the grand prize. And in this case, the grand prize is this 3D printed, well, not this one, a 3D printed tower, which is over behind me. And we will be giving that away when we get to, at the end of the month. And every single time you type exclamation point tower into chat during a show, you will get one entry. So the more shows you watch, the more entries you get. And we are going to be doing this randomly during the show. Right now, I did it because I had to take an early break. But other shows, it could be at the very beginning of the show. It could be at the very end of the show. It's all going to be randomized. And we really thank you guys for watching the show. We want to be sure we try and help you come up with reasons to make every show. And this is one of the ones we thought of might be cool. So, in the meantime, this timer is going to run for 20 minutes. And then the contest is going to shut off. So, you guys, if you can, remember, type exclamation point tower in chat. That way you can be entered to win. All right, so where were we?
Tuck is with our lovely Mab and her crew for ritual
Totally not
stuff.
sus at all.
Yep.
I don't think I rolled for the items yet.
Oh, okay. No, you did not. You got to roll kenning for that.
Kenning?
Yeah.
Intelligence kenning?
Yes.
Cool.
Actually, no.
Greymare?
Yeah, no, it's not Greymare and kenning. It would be intelligence and Greymare.
Cool. I get an extra dice anyways if it's glamour related.
It is. Look her abusing the systems, ladies and gentlemen.
What it used to be. Ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be.
Difficulty?
Difficulty's an 8.
Cool. Alright.
Cool.
Oh, hello. I get to roll another dice here in a second. Dice explode. One success.
And now that you have your dice back, they can explode all they want.
Yeah, for real. Alright, we're gonna move these out of the way.
Explosions.
Okay, cool. 5 successes.
5 successes? Alright.
Yeah.
The scepter is basically a item that is used to enforce the will of the monarch. So it basically, in this case, will be utilized more than likely to impart something to someone else. It's the item that is used in knighthoods that are being bequeathed. It is an item that is also used in dispensing punishment at times. And it is an item that represents the sovereignty and rule of the king. The bowl you recognize as being what they call a feast bowl. It is there to catch and hold a substance that is supposed to be something that is used to power a ritual. The athema is a sacrificial blade. It is often used in sacred rites to be utilized to spill the contents of the sacrificial item.
Yep.
And the chimera is more than likely the sacrifice.
Oh no!
So they circle around Finn, taking the 4 points, which you recognize as north, south, east, and west.
And it could be the 4 elements too,
Yes.
for all I know.
And they begin to enact the ritual. There is... It's a very short ritual. But it basically is... They are going to bind Finn's form with a protective barrier to ward off banality. Because Finn's seeming is all that is left of him. And since it has no protection of a mortal soul to shield it, it is incredibly susceptible to banality. So moving forward, if you were to take him out of there just the way he is, there's no guarantee that once you left the safe space of the near dreaming and enter the real world, that his seeming would not just begin to deteriorate immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Even doing things like going through the trod, which can go down through the deep dreaming, but actually touches back into the real world. Even going through a trod is somewhat subject to banality as well. So even going through the trod, there would have been some danger of banality encroaching upon him. And when you get to your freehold, any time spent away from the balefire would be incredibly dangerous as well. So when they're completing the ritual, the last thing they do is they sacrifice the chimera for the glamour held within, in order to use that glamour to bind it to Finn as a protective cocoon. And what you can see happening as this does it is the chimera is sacrificed into the bowl. The glamour that pours from it is almost like a blinding white light. The ending of the ritual, the wizard lifts the bowl up, holds it over Finn, and pronounces the boon of the sovereign monarch of the kingdom to protect Finn's seeming until such time as this shield of glamour is eroded. And he goes and he just dumps the bowl on Finn, but instead of glamour spilling down onto him, what you see is a huge mass of something rolls out and kind of hits Finn and hits into his chest, and it breaks up and scatters, and it's spiders crawling all across Finn. They're solid white, but they're spiders, and they instantly begin spinning web. And as they begin spinning the web, they begin wrapping Finn up in the web, and before you know it, his seeming is completely covered in this webbing from head to foot. And then once it's completed, all the spiders disappear. And the court wizard looks over at you. And by the way, his name is Cambion. Mm-hmm. He looks over at you and he says, "It is best that you get him home quickly. While here, there is very little to damage the shield, but once you leave the protection of the castle, any amount of banality will begin eroding it, even your own."
Understood.
He says, leave him as close to the balefire as possible.
Of course. Mark? Ready to go?
5 minutes ago.
So, you guys turn to leave, and the queen says, there is no need to step outside. I can open the trod from here. Unless you intended to drive him home.
No.
And Tuck kind of looks over at the other red cap and is like, Blaine. He says, take the wagon home. And he throws the keys to the other red cap.
Does my phone work here?
Yes.
Group message to everybody in front of Mab. Hey guys, not taking the car home. Mab is opening a personal trod. She says it's super, super safe to get us back there directly. Should be there in less than 10 minutes. See you soon. Send. Now, everybody knows what we're doing, so if we die, it's all on Mab.
Oh my god, that's right. Rose snuck out of the house. They have no idea where she...
Wait,
You literally said storming the castle, like BRB.
It could have been, a Princess Bride reference.
No,
you
you're
know?
right. That's what I'm saying. You literally said storming the castle, be back, like
Yeah,
But
taking
I'm-
Mark.
And everyone's like, oh, fuck, she was serious.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I'm typing as I say it.
Oh.
And I'm just kind of like glancing a little bit. Like,
yo.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows what I said so that when I hit send, even Mab's aware I sent that message and she knows, like, if she fucks us over here, everybody knows she did it. I mean, I'm not saying that directly, but that's why I'm kind of muttering what I'm texting.
Oh, Lord.
I'm into it.
Mab kind of looks at you, Mark, and she says, there is nothing that I would want to see happen to any of you until such time as I am able to repay my debt to the Countess and the former Count. She says, I am obliged to provide hospitality and protection. And since this is my trod, it would extend unto that.
Well, that sounds very nice. Thank you.
You're
Emrys
very
is not there, but if Emrys were there, there'd be a small text that would appear above Emrys's head. Emrys will remember that. Because the wording is very specific.
Well, it is Fae based, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if she knows why I did it. I really don't. I just want to make sure she knows, like, people know where we are, and now they know how we're getting home. So we better get home.
Mab kind of walks down off the dais, and she walks like to the center of the ballroom, where the mosaic on the floor, which is pretty much is a map of the solar system with the sun at the center. She walks to the center of the dais, and she kind of like this. She holds out her hands, and the sun literally rolls inside of the tile floors. Like, it doesn't come out of it, but like you can see almost like an impression, like the sun turns, and the sun becomes the moon. And as it does so, as she's holding her hands out, as the sun becomes a moon, and the center of the moon, a silver pool appears. And after a few moments, the rippling surface of the silver pool stills to the point where it becomes a mirror, like literally reflecting the ceiling of the ballroom, which remember is like stars in the night sky. It's reflecting the ceiling of the ballroom onto that perfectly. And right at that point, Mab kind of like clenches her hand, and that silver seal just like splits, and now below it there is a spiral staircase going down.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
No.
No.
Okay, I'll take 2 sips because Em won't take one.
No,
And-
I know why. I know why Kellen does it. It's to spite me.
Oh.
That's what it is. That is what it is.
So
Also, I don't have anything to drink by me right now. I don't.
you
I don't even
any
have a Pepsi.
The world is
I thought
coming
she
to
had
an
a
end.
Bahaha blast.
Who are you? What have you done to him?
She had a Bahaha blast.
Actually, there is something near me, but I don't want to get up and get it. I have kombucha.
Ooh, what
Kombucha.
flavor?
I have a pink apple one that's really good.
Ooh, that sounds
really good.
delightful.
Aldi. It's
Real good.
it's real good. It's good for your tummy,
It's like fermented tea or something. Like,
and it has a lot of probiotics in
Whole
it.
Foods has a fuck ton of flavors
fuck
and
ton
like
of flavors.
20 brands that all have a bunch of different flavors.
And then I have the one that is like rainbow labeled on it, so I call it the gay kombucha.
I know it's exactly. I used to
Yeah.
stock so much of that.
Yeah, it's called. I think the flavor is called Synergy. That's
Yeah.
what it's called.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, so before you guys decide what you're doing, let's jump over to
Yes.
Vera.
Oh God.
Vera, the Uber takes you to the coffee house. It's fairly active, fairly busy. It's got a nice, like, open patio sitting area. It's got the insides are decked out in very much like it. The countertops are like actual beautiful hardwoods. The tables are kind of like wrought iron with wooden tops, and everyone seems to be in there within different small groups, and there is actually a live like a duo playing on the actual open air patio, and there's it's just a duet, and they're playing like they're doing soft favorites. So but as you're walking up to it, you see Kinsley, and she is sitting at one of the tables outside, and she is smiling and listening to the music and kind of nodding her head in time with it. You can see on the side of her neck that they're burn scars that go down into her black dress she's wearing. She's wearing a long black dress. She has long black gloves that cover her hands, so there's not an inch of her skin exposed. She has got black hose on, and she's wearing some black stylish looking leather fashion boots. And but it's just a straight ensemble, but there is not an inch of her showing except for her face and her neck.
Makes sense. I get out of the Uber and start walking that way. I'll stop a couple of feet from her and quickly text, Emery's of made it safe. Then send the address.
So as you're doing that, you hear Kinsley's voice going, telling them you made it safe.
Well, one of them has to, at least know. Otherwise, they're going to worry, and they're all going to show up here.
They're probably all going to show up here anyway.
Yeah, probably, but it's fine. At least I can say I checked and said I was here safe.
And she says, She says, I took the liberty of buying you a coffee, so we'd at least look appropriate.
Oh, well, thank you. Do you mind if I sit?
Absolutely not. Please do.
She'll pull out the chair across, and she'll sit down across from her. Hi.
Hello. Every time I consider this, it plays out differently.
Yeah.
I can never decide. I can never decide what is more. We were children. And we were in a horrible situation.
Yes.
When you came to me that night, I was confused and scared. You were telling me that the things that we were always told were fiction were real.
Yeah.
And now you have to understand that knowledge was too much at that time, with everything else we had just recently gone through.
I know.
If you had come to me first, and you had told me what you had found,
Well, it wasn't like I knew what I was getting into when I went and did it. It was more of I needed power and I had it offered up to me and I took it. And then I came and saw you.
did you not think that I might need power? That
That's
I
why
might need strength?
And that's why I came to get you. And you said no. And I know that you were confused. I know it was scary, but you said no. And that was your consent. And you said no. I wasn't going to force that on you.
It is not in any way, shape, or form that simple.
It was, at the time, that simple. It was that you said no, you didn't give me consent, so I didn't.
You didn't give me time.
Well, it's not like I intentionally set everything on fire, then you went missing. It wasn't like that was all part of the plan.
It didn't go missing.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. And she stops and she begins pulling on the fingers of the glove. I know exactly what you mean. It means that you didn't stick around. And you didn't find me. And she holds up her hand and it is just mangled. It is nothing but scar tissue. You didn't find me burnt and broken. You didn't pull me out of the embers. My body going into shock as I was dying.
I couldn't. I went back to the ashes and they had already taken you. Even if I had known that you were there, I couldn't go back into the flames. I would have died too.
But you see, and she begins pulling on the fingers of the other glove. The one who did find me could and did go through flames and fire for me. He burned to save me. And then he used his gifts to heal me. Do you know what it is to be a Nosferatu?
I've seen your boss. I know who he is.
No, you've seen what he lets you see.
Okay, fine.
And she reaches up, and the dress she's wearing is a button front dress. And she begins undoing the buttons on the front of the dress. And she says, to be Nosferatu is to be cursed. To be physically maimed and deformed. to be twisted and broken in body, but to receive power beyond reckoning. She says, do you know what happened to me when I was embraced? Do you know what changes went through me when I was embraced? And she just rips the dress open, and her torso is just nothing but scar tissue. Nothing! Nothing happened to me because it was already done by you.
And you are still as beautiful as the day I met you.
I fucking hate you.
I know. I know. And I accept that. You can be angry. You can be upset. You can be hurt. Of course you are. You didn't look for me either. You can put all of your blame and all of the bad things on me. That's okay.
Why would I come looking for you? And the last thing she does is she reaches up and she pulls the hair off. It's a wig. She says, so you could see me like this?
I would have loved you nonetheless. My love is not so fleeting or fictional or fake that this would have changed how I feel. I loved your personality and your smile and us getting to run around together and you just being my sunflower.
She opens her mouth and her fangs are fully out. No one is reacting to any of this. They didn't even react when she yelled.
Hmm.
And she says, you see, one of the gifts of the Nosferatu is the ability to remain unseen, because we are not something that should be gazed on lightly.
I never gazed on you lightly.
You've never gazed on me like this.
I just see my Kinsley. I see a very hurt and angry person who I loved very much and still do. And I accept that. I accept all your rage and your hate and your anger because you're right. I should have done more. But like you said, we were so young. There was so much going on. And there's flames and I was scared. And I didn't know how to heal myself or do any of that yet. And it'll always be my biggest shortcoming that I didn't come back for you. But I understand if that's not enough.
What do you expect me to do?
I don't expect anything from you.
You don't expect anything from me.
I don't expect an apology. I don't accept you to forgive me. I don't expect anything from you.
And what if I said the only thing I want is for you to suffer like I've suffered?
I understand. And I could offer up that suffering to you. I could offer up me walking through hellfire, but I don't think it would satisfy you.
Why?
And if it did, I don't know if the rest of the people that you are so adamant will come after me right now would accept that.
Vera, they couldn't find you now if they wanted to. You may be of the clan of shadows, but I am of the clan of the sightless and the soundless. I control what others can and cannot see. I control what others can and cannot hear. I could immolate you here, and no one would even smell the stink of your burning corpse. I learned under my master. Now, I have one question.
Ask.
What will be your penance?
That's a good
I
question.
will let you set the price for what's been done to me.
I don't think there's anything that can quite atone for what I've done to you.
You
So
don't
even
think?
if I was... No.
Because of what we are, you can never experience this. And she runs her fingers across all the scar tissue.
No. You're right.
She says, or can you? And a figure steps out of the darkness. It is around 5 feet tall. It is in a lovely floral printed sundress. Its eyes and its face are huge. Its cheekbones come through the skin in spikes. It has a membrane of skin that comes like out of the sides of the sundress and then goes just underneath the sundress and runs down the calves on each side. And it looks like wings. Its hands, the fingertips of each hands are extended out through the flesh, and the bone comes through on either hand. And these bones come down to actual, what looks like blades off the end of their fingers. And there's no lips where there should be a mouth. There's no nose on the face at all, not even any nasal passages. It's got beautiful blonde hair that's set up in 2 pigtails. And as it walks up, its mouth, like I said, has no lips, and its teeth are chattering together as it's walking forward. And it's like, is this the one? Kinsley holds up a hand and it like stops moving forward. And said, you said I could. She says, no. I said if I needed you, you would. Because you owe me. What do you say, Vera? Would you like to live like me? I can teach you how to hide it. I can teach you gotta sneak away into the dark so no one can see you. And it will be real, just like mine is. I'll even leave you your face, just like mine is.
Would that make you happy?
Why do you think that's even possible? I'm not a person anymore. I'm a thing. A thing you made. And if I'm good enough to be this, aren't you? My maker.
No, my love. I did not make you. I made a mistake, and you got caught in the crossfire. But this was partly your choice.
Oh, please go on. This is going to be worth the entire effort.
Well, this behavior is your choice. I didn't ask for this behavior of yours. I am terribly sorry, but your personality seems to have twisted from what it used to be.
So you're telling me that since your rebirth, your personality is just the same as it always
Oh,
was?
no. But I would have never asked you to go through something so horrendous. And yet here
I'm not
you
asking
stand.
you to go through it. I'm asking you to make a choice. The choice is yours.
So what is it? If I say no, you're gonna do it anyways?
No, that would be completely ridiculous.
Really?
Yes. And the other creatures.
So
will say,
so
no,
if
no, no,
you
said I
had
could, you said I could, you said I could, you said I could. Shh.
So if I say no, you forcing something on me would be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little hypocritical, don't you think?
How so?
Well,
I
you
mean,
had said
things were
no.
forced upon me, but
Yeah,
I'm
but-
trying to be better.
Are you?
Yes. You get a choice. Settle the debt here and now. Take what you've earned here and now. Simply. Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And be done. And walk away. Or make this long and drawn out. Make this difficult for everyone. Everyone.
It was lovely seeing you. I'm sorry to see that you're not my Kinsley anymore.
What if I could be?
You showed me you're not. And you could never forgive me.
But I could forgive you. That's what I'm
No.
telling you.
No. Forgiveness doesn't come at the price of hurting someone you love. Forgiveness doesn't come at getting even.
This is not about getting even.
It seems to be.
This is about being equal.
This is not equal.
How so? If we are on the same, if we have the same misery, if we have the same pain, we share that intimacy.
No. My pain comes from hurting you. My pain and my suffering and my sadness comes from things different than yours. And while my afflictions are not physical as yours are, I have my own. Forgiveness does not come at the cost of this.
I'm glad you consider yourself able to make that judgment on my pain.
I never said that your pain wasn't valid.
No.
I never said that you weren't.
Just, it's not worth as much as your comfort.
No. I just said it's different.
Very well. I now need to go find someone for Chatterbox to play with. So, why don't you go have a wonderful evening with your friends, who will be here in about 4 minutes. And when they get here, they will be concerned for you. And they will be worried. They'll care what happens. They'll care what I intend. They'll want to do everything that they can to help you. I hope that you appreciate it.
You could have been different.
Yes, I could have.
You still could. As I'm getting out of my chair and like starting to push it in and standing there with my hands on the back of my chair. If you ever change your mind, I'll always answer your phone call.
Have
Because-
a good night.
You too, Sunflower.
And she disappears, and so does Chatterbox. And there's people standing all around you, and there's a guy who's walking out into the patio with 2 coffees, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And he just throws his coffees aside. He's like, "Where the fuck did you come from?"
Don't worry about it.
He's like, "What the fuck do you mean, don't worry about it?"
Don't worry. Just Vera now kind of in a daze as she's like, she looks even paler if she could.
And suddenly
Kinda
that guy who was standing in front of you... Oh, wait. Shit. Here we go. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh.
So Chatterbox is basically a Hellraiser character. Am I right or am I wrong?
That
What
sounds
is
about right.
your current willpower?
Oh fuck.
I think I
My
know
current
what Chatterbox
willpower?
is, and it's
My
terrifying.
current willpower. Hold on.
Yeah, she's a freaking Hellraiser character.
2, 3, 4,
She's
5,
actually a
6,
vampire.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait! Oh wait! Oh,
It's-
I remember this. Okay.
Was I? Only I drank blood. Was I supposed to put? No, that's my blood pool.
Gotcha.
I think I was supposed to put more on my blood pool. It's 7 at the moment.
7? Okay. So she is sitting there, and he is standing there for a second, and then he fucking just disappears.
Oh, great.
And you don't remember he was ever there. You don't remember
Oh.
the interaction with him.
Oh shit! Dominates.
Oh no.
Fucking
Great. Cool. Okay. So coffee's now spilled all over the floor.
Yeah,
and I
there's
don't
two
know
coffee
why.
cups laying on the floor, and
Okay.
there's the coffee is warm enough to have steam rising off of it.
Okay. Well, she was a little bit in a daze anyway, so she doesn't quite realize anything. If she could look paler than she already does, she does, and she kind of just walks a little aimlessly towards the direction of the house, like where she saw the Uber come in and everything else, but she's just walking. And I'm sure that she'll eventually be stumbled upon.
So you guys are coming in. How did you guys get here, by the way, Emery's?
Wolf horse. Let's go.
Wolf horse.
It's literally Pandora.
Pandora.
cars.
Wolf horse.
Who's
Actually, that would be bad.
Well, because Emery's can do the thing.
For a long period of time, that's going to cost Emery's a lot.
Yeah, Rose has a
It's
car.
put it this way: it is a
take the
30-minute. It's a
car.
30-minute car ride. A wolf doesn't run as fast as a car.
Just take the car.
Yeah,
Take the
I'd
car.
say
There's-
we'd take Rose's car.
Okay,
Okay.
we're breaking every traffic law.
You mean Alfred? You mean her little Nissan Versa? Go!
We're breaking every traffic law there is. Red lights don't count. They
Who's
I'm not
don't-
gonna break-
driving?
I'm not gonna break any. I'm not gonna break any laws. I'm not gonna break any laws.
Because currently you all think that she's not in trouble. Like you don't know.
They
anything
did
about her.
leave,
She's
though.
definitely in trouble. Her
They-
ex that wants to, like, eat her or something. Is
You don't
over
know
there
that.
with her.
You don't know
Absolutely
that. You just know that they went to coffee.
I feel like
No, but-
Pandora has her head out the window, like as they're driving.
I'm coming, Vera.
So no, just with her tongue hanging out. But no,
Emery said that, like, the ex has, like, a grudge. And so
Yeah,
Pandora's
that's
like,
true,
she's
yeah.
automatically in danger. Like, I'm
my God.
100%.
Oh my god.
So there is. So you guys are driving there, and remember, in the timeline, you guys only decided to leave like 10 minutes after she left.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only 10 minutes behind her. So you guys are like, you get there and you're kind of like looking around. You don't see any sign of Vera. You don't see any sign of anybody.
If they
Matching-
took the car, they would have passed me. I was on the sidewalk.
Huh?
If they
No.
took the car,
They're standing around and you don't see any sign of her. You guys spend a few minutes like looking around, walking up and down the street, checking for stuff. And then as you guys are kind of just looking around, Vera kind of stumbles from the patio into the street. Onto the sidewalk, I should say. And she's kind of like, she looks completely stunned. And she is kind of walking down the street on the sidewalk.
I'm gonna go after her, and
See, they were there the
walking next
entire
to her.
time this was happening.
gotcha. I understand that.
What the fuck?
gonna start walking next to Vera. Hey, you, how's it going?
Not good.
Okay. Got Pandora here. The car's right over there. Should we get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about what's going on in the way.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And I will kind of take her in kind of a one-armed hug, kind of squidge her close to me, and lead you if you let me.
She'll just kind of let you direct her.
So, in the case of a Nissan Versa, there's absolutely no way Pandora fits in the back seat.
Yes, they can if the back seat is actually folded down.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
So who's got shotgun? Who is? I'm assuming Emery's is driving.
I'm driving. Yeah.
So I guess I'll
Pandora's
get in
just gonna
passenger.
open both doors to see what Vera's preference is.
The driver's door or the passenger's door? There's
No, the passenger in the back door.
Oh, okay.
Open the.
Yeah.
I'll just sit down in the passenger seat.
Okay.
Okay, and
I'll
I'm
just.
gonna
She
close the
just
door.
kind of slumps.
So
And
you're climbing into the back. You have to fold the seat down.
Okay.
So the way the Versa sits up, 2 of the seats fold down, and then 1 of the seats fold down.
Okay. So
Makes sense.
do you go to fold the seat down, Pandora?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's not very comfortable back there. There's not a lot of room unless you fold the seat down. So you fold the larger portion of the seat down, the smaller portion in there, and in the seat, in the smaller portion, there's an elongated thing that looks like a worm. It's got hair all over it. It's kind of moving and squirming.
The fuck?
It's about 4 feet long.
It's
kind of- And it's sitting there, and it's moving and squirming. And at the end of the worm looking like thing, there are 2 eyes that are looking around. And there is a mouth. Kind of a mouth. It's been elongated, and there's spaces between the teeth, and there's gums. And it's making this horrible croaking sound.
Kill it.
I was about to say I'm gonna like grab this thing and start strangling it. Like what the fuck?
And it's just like it's just undulating.
Hello? What is this?
Have we considered that this is our waiter boy?
What is this?
What's going on? What?
Look at this! I'm just gonna shove it in Emery's face.
Holy shit!
It's warm to the touch.
Oh! Oh!
And-
It's slimy.
No,
Oh,
it
thank God.
feels like
Oh, thank God.
someone's skin.
What the fuck is this?
Throw it out of the car. Throw it out of the car.
You
Throw
can
it out of the
see-
car.
In one area,
Oh my God.
there is a tattoo of like a tribal pattern.
So probably was our waiter boy. Do I know what this is?
You can, if you can make me
I
an
have.
intelligence and
I have 3 in a cult. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, is that fit?
intelligence and occult roll.
Okay, so
Can I
I'm
do
gonna
the
roll
same? So I
7d10.
also have some training in.
Yes, but her target number is an 8 and your target number is a 10.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so
I hate it. Thanks.
I have 3 successes and no failures.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There is this race of there's a clan of vampires called the Shamase.
Yep.
They're
No
also
Yeah.
known as
successes at
there's
all.
also known as flesh crafters.
Zamitsi.
They have the ability to manipulate and craft flesh, their own and others. And they are known to do such horrible things as take a mortal, make him a ghoul by giving him some of their blood, and then flesh crafting them into something like this.
Gross.
It's just they're known as the monsters. They are some of the most feared vampires in existence.
Okay.
And Chatterbox fits the description.
Yep, that's why. So, did you pull the car over, Emery's?
I hadn't
Still
even started
dark.
the car yet.
Okay, great. So we're just in the car. Great.
Oh God! Hang on a second. The Rickroll is rolling. Never gonna say goodbye. Tell a lie and hurt you. I guess we can dedicate that one to Kinsley.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep. Yep. Nice.
Nice. All right, so
the car was not started yet.
no.
Does Vera, I guess, know any way to fix this, or is this just like this poor guy is just has this now?
you would have to have vicissitude and the knowledge of literally the skill called fleshcraft in order
Okay,
to
great.
fix it.
Pandora, can you hold that for like a minute or two? Emery's, can you drive to somewhere secluded real quick?
my god!
Like,
And-
What is it?
What is
this?
Just hold it for a second. Just hold it for a second. Everybody, can you just drive first?
Yep, yep.
Find an alley. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna drive and find like the nearest like alleyway.
Like dark alley.
Why does it look like that?
Okay, don't just. As soon as you find an alley, I'll just be like, okay, stop. Panther, give it.
Yeah, don't you take it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I get out of the car. Stay in the car. I get out. Go into the alley. Take the dagger that's in her boot and just. And
You cut it and it bleeds.
she's slicing straight through as best she can.
Oh yeah, it can't really defend itself.
Yeah. No.
It has
No.
no.
It's a worm. What's
no,
it gonna do?
it's a person who's alive and been turned into this.
Yeah.
I don't know
Vera
that
did
yet.
not tell you that. Vera did not tell either of you that.
Ugh, it was
So
just
she
fucking
basically
weird.
just cut all the way through it. Like she knows what this is, but she's gonna cut all the way through them.
All right. Yeah.
And then-
You at some point you finally hit like an artery, which
Yeah,
apparently
but-
whatever did this put them deep inside, so you would have to really dig to get to one.
I mean, that's fine. This is not new territory
Yeah.
to her. So.
What's your hunger at?
She's gonna try and make it as quick as possible though. So like,
What's your hunger at?
it is my blood pool is currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think it's actually supposed to be more than that because I drank some blood earlier. But I don't.
I think the
that
maximum you
was-
can hold is 15. So
Okay, so that
Okay,
may be.
so
I mean, I've already done it.
make
so
me
14.
a willpower check with a difficulty of 6.
Okay. Willpower, so I need to roll 7 dice. Okey-dokey. Hold on. It's a difficulty of 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 successes and 1 failure. I got
Got
a
it.
1.
So it's 3 successes in total.
Yes, it's 3 successes.
So you manage to control yourself as basically you cut deep enough, you sever an artery somewhere inside of it, and blood just rolls out. Problem.
Mhm.
This thing
Mhm.
shouldn't exist.
Oh yeah.
Leaving this thing to be found.
Oh no, no. Okay, so she's going to find, because we are in an alley, which I assume there is a dumpster somewhere, is going to find a plastic bag or something, a trash bag, whatever, put it in it, tie it, and then bring it with her. Like she's not leaving it.
Okay.
It was more of a, I need to kill this thing before we get there, kind of thing. I need to take care of this now. But she is. We'll say she finds like a plastic bag and just quickly puts the rest of it in there.
Got it. Yeah, you just basically dump a trash bag out.
You double
and
trash
stuff
bag
it in there.
Like, yeah, that's basically what she's doing.
All right.
So she does that. Puts it probably in the trunk. I just like bang on the trunk on the back seat, like Emery's trunk.
Pop the
Pop the
hatchback.
trunk.
The verse is a
Throw it in.
hatchback for the most
Yep.
part, so
Throw it in, and then
you throw it in beside Pandora.
I'll put it like on the floor. That way she doesn't have to look at it or anything, and then sit.
Okay.
We should go now.
Yeah. I assume you're going to explain that.
I will.
Yeah, what the
Okay.
fuck was
We need-
that?
We need to get out of here first.
Back out of the alley and back into get back on the road.
All right.
Dagger back in boot.
Okay. Okay.
Help!
Help.
This is where she be at.
Mood.
Oh boy.
Was it like poison or something? Was that like
No.
supposed to eat you?
Oh no, it was more to scare us.
Oh,
What was that?
fucking nasty.
So it was a person.
I'm sorry. That thing that looked like a worm with teeth.
Was at one point, maybe like 10, 15 minutes ago, a person. Yeah,
This is a vampire thing. This is a vampire thing.
it was a
isn't it?
vampire thing. Yeah.
I didn't know vampires could do shit like that.
So it's not a good thing because it.
Can you do that?
No.
Okay.
Oh no, I cannot. Otherwise, I would have fixed
They have
it.
the ability to manipulate and craft
Okay.
flesh at home and. Oh, someone's got their sound on.
I was gonna say, where's my? I was gonna say, I think it was me. I think I unmuted when I typed.
And
Maybe
they
it was
are
me.
known to do such horrible It's things still coming through. as
I was gonna say, maybe it wasn't me because mine's muted. Mine says,
by giving them some of their blood.
"Who's
And
are we
then-
hearing?"
Flesh crafting them is something. Hang on a second. It stopped.
Just they're
I think it's M.
Yeah, I think it's M.
yeah.
That's very good.
M still thinking about people worms.
People worms.
Okay.
So no, I can't do that. Actually, that should not have happened in the first place. But there's a type of creature that can do that to people, and Kinsley kind of had one with her to threaten me as well as you guys.
Oh, fun.
So that was a warning of what she could do to all of us.
I assume so. Safe to assume that when you said that it did not go well, it went terribly not well.
So she kind of gave me the choice of I could be scarred like her, and we could then have the same amount of pain and suffering, or she could just like do a slow burn and kind of do that and threaten everybody.
I had a feeling she might try and threaten us all.
It was not as productive as I hoped. She is not my Kinsley anymore.
Okay. Well, thoughts, plans.
Yeah, we're gonna need to come up with something. I think I need to reach out to Ezekiel and get his opinion.
I was going to ask if you're going to reach out to your sire.
Yeah, that seems like the best course of action at the moment.
Sounds like a plan as well.
Yeah.
Also, apparently M has stormed the castle, and by storm the castle, you mean the actual castle? So
I saw okay, so we got the text that was like storm the castle, and I thought maybe that was a metaphor for something, like she was going to storm the castle with Mark.
Sorry.
Right, and now she actually stormed the castle.
Yeah, and according to Mark, there's a trod being opened to the house. So
Yeah, I saw the group text right before I got on the Uber, so that's
that's a thing.
So they should be back shortly then.
Yeah, if they're not back already.
Okay.
That's so fun times on top of fun times on top of fun times.
And I'm just gonna glance back at Pandora. Sorry.
You okay back there, Pandora?
I just didn't know there was another kind of worm I had to be worried about.
I
There's so
know.
many now.
I know. I'm sorry.
The worms do continue to seem to just to multiply.
Did she do anything? Is she like tracking you or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There did not seem to be any indication.
Did
that
the worm have a tracker in it?
I dug around in the yardies for a little while and didn't see anything.
Oh.
Sorry, too much information.
No, that it has like, is there like a whole circulatory system in there?
Yeah, like it's still a purse. Well, it was.
Oh my god.
alive,
That's
so-
awful.
Assuming that something was inside of it, keeping it.
Oh,
Functional.
and the Shamise have no way of stopping the pain, and they don't
Yeah.
care.
Well, yeah, of course not. They're fucking.
course
If they
not.
do that, they
But-
do that as like a side hobby, then
Oh no, it's
obviously
their
they don't give a fuck.
existence.
Yeah, that's not a side
Even
hobby.
worse. If that's
Yeah.
their whole thing, then obviously they're not gonna give a shit.
Thank you both for coming and getting me.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna just leave you there.
Oh, I know, but I still.
This is why we asked if you needed a second.
Yeah, I'm not okay, and that's okay.
it's absolutely okay to not be okay. I don't think any of us are okay after the last
Have
few
you
nights.
seen us? We're a mess.
We are an absolute a chaotic mess. Absolutely. I have seen us. I've seen us many times.
We are a mess. Like
We
we're
are.
we're a cute mess. Like all of us are like cute, but like we're a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are a dangerous atomic dumpster fire of a mess. But we're each other's atomic dumpster fire of a mess. And
That's true.
no one else gets to say that. And if anyone does, I'll drop a house on them.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
All right, let's jump back over to Rosaline and Entourage, or Rosaline, Mark, and Entourage, because if we include Mark in the Entourage, he'll get upset.
Real quick before we do that, you
Thank you
said
very much.
Entourage.
Yeah.
It reminded me of there's a bit on Saturday Night Live from years ago when Andy Samberg pretended to be Mark Wahlberg. Hey, how you doing? You did a show. I produced Entourage. What's up? Say hello to your mother for me.
Thank you so much for following Kane Night Chronicles. Really appreciate it. So, Lady Rosaline, the stairway is open, going down into darkness. Tuck is following you over there, and you see that he is carrying the cocoon in his arms. The trolls kind of form up as almost like an honor guard around him. And Tuck kind of steps up beside you at the edge of the staircase, and he says, "All right, is this the way we're gonna be taken?" He kind of looks down and he says, "I don't think that is the. I mean, the ladies, Her Highness says it's safe, but stairs down in the darkness. Hey, Mark, why don't you go scout ahead?"
I'm gonna just walk down the hole.
Mark,
If there's a rail, can you like slide down the rail like?
Mark.
Tuck was like, "Holy shite!
He
I had no idea that would work." He's like, "What are
Oh,
these
I'm the
days?"
bravest. I'm gonna go scout ahead. No problem.
Rose is just like, I could have done a thing. Oh, my God. Mark.
Okay, Mark.
Who else but Mark?
So, what is your intent here? Are you just running down the stairs?
Oh, like there's stairs? Is there a rail or something? Like
There's it's a tunnel that opened up, right? Straight down. And there's a spiral going around the outside edge of the wall.
Yeah.
And
oh, you know what? I'm gonna prove that I can surf down that.
Oh my god, I love Mark so much.
Mark, I love your style so much. I do.
I fucking love it.
Fucking do.
Rose is just looking at
Get
Tuck.
it.
I am so drinking when we get back to the
I'm
house.
so drinking.
Mark just needs a magical boogie board. Just
All right. So,
I can do this.
how are you going to do this?
Well, I will definitely be using my dexterity specialization, feline grace,
Mm-hmm.
and which skill?
Now,
am I
remember,
gonna
the
try to-
rail is along the wall. There's no rail on the outside of the stairs, and it's about 10 feet across from of open space. So there's pretty much a 10-foot wide hole that goes all the way down into the darkness.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna when they say go scout ahead, I'm gonna just jump and I'm gonna hit the edge of that rail and start sliding with my feet. If I get enough force going at the rail, I can hopefully keep surfing down if I can keep my balance.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play the balance game.
You're
Okay.
trying to rail grind, basically.
Yeah.
Rail grind without a board.
Hey, you know what? That's how much I believe in myself.
There you go. Because Mark is amazing. All right. The difficulty for this is
proving it once I succeed.
The difficulty for this is going to be an 8.
All right. I think that lowers my difficulty. Now I gotta look at my merit. It's been so long since I had to use it.
Surf emoji. I don't think there's a surf emoji.
I don't know.
It really should be.
Damn it, Mark. God damn it, Mark.
What did you expect?
Right.
I don't know.
I do fully intend to go back and check how much actual in-game time has passed since the very first session. Because I feel like that'll make things 10 times funnier if it's been like 2 weeks.
It's not been 2 weeks.
Right.
It's been like less than a week.
Are you sure?
I'm
Yes.
gonna spend a willpower so I can have 3 successes.
I'm gonna check.
Okay. All right. So you are sliding down the spiral staircase. How good's your dark vision? Because after a couple of turns around the center, you can't see anything.
I'll just shift to cat eyes.
Okay. All right. So, the staircase winds down probably about 4 floors. Rough estimation, 40 or 50 feet for the most part.
Just so you know, this is what you hear. Wahoo!
And now I can't get the
landed it.
Now I can't get the sewer surfing theme from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time out of my head.
Right?
You mean two tunes meaning needle teetles?
So, yeah, you launch off the end of it, and directly ahead of the staircase as it opens up, there is a circular tunnel that has like a spiral groove to it, almost like a drill bit. And in the recess of that curve, like the deepest point of the cut, there is something that glows. And it goes all the way around to where this spiral is just lit. And it goes off into the distance in this absolutely straight line.
All right. Is there anything else down here?
Nothing.
Cool. I'm going to shout back up while still looking at that glowing pool. Surfable staircase, 4 flights, and then you get to the bottom and there's a Stargate.
Stargate? Stargate.
Wow. I love it.
I think he means the Tron? Well, let's go.
I'm sorry, I just saw what you typed in the chat.
I had
No,
to
honestly-
get comfy. My back was hurting.
Okay, I feel I knowing how small M actually is.
I thought you were just trying
looks-
to emphasize that.
No, it literally looks like she's like a little kid, like at the counter, being like, "Can I get?"
Okay, in some places,
And I am like one.
okay,
Mama
in
threw
some-
up.
okay, in some places here, like at the bars, like they're so tall, like my chin barely reaches.
Like, that's literally what you look.
Oh god, I wish you could go to Gen Con. We go out drinking at least once.
Oh my god! Like it's
Oh,
literally. I'm just
You know
being
what's
like,
bad?
yes,
I would be
hello.
having mules. That would be my drink of choice. Because I want a copper cup. I don't know why. That's just my thing.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
Oh, turn around and it's dark. Very, very dark.
Rose is like, I could have guessed. I could have guessed. It's dark. I mean, you can't see down it.
I
Are you
can see
gonna-
down it.
Is anyone gonna do anything about the dark? I mean,
have a
my
thing.
hands are full, or I'd take care of it.
I have a thing I can do.
Okay. Well,
Let me go to the thing.
I'll
It's
just
not-
sit here and tap my foot in a most annoying fashion.
Tuck.
What?
You are a delight sometimes, but sometimes you are just annoying.
Well, then sometimes I fail at my job and sometimes I succeed.
All right. So I am going to do Eldritch Prime
Go ahead.
just to make a little ball of light.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be fire, though. It has to be a little ball of fire.
Yeah. It's a cute little ball of fire.
Oh, I don't have to roll for it?
I think you do.
Yeah.
You still have
okay.
to use. You still have to use the thing. Are you using any bunks?
Can it be like that Studio Ghibli thing where it has like a little face and they feed it to like make it bigger?
Calcifer?
Yeah.
Calcifer.
I mean, she doesn't have her stuff on her that she would usually use, so she is literally pulling from the candles of the room. If there's any candles in the room to make this
Yes,
little...
absolutely.
That's what she's using.
All right.
Emrys totally wants to figure out how to make a calcifer in a sanctum. Totally wants to figure it out.
Nature and stamina.
The dice pools for fucking changeling shit are weird.
Yep. Okay. Difficulty.
Difficulty is a 6.
So it's worth pointing out that the version of sewer surfing that's playing in my head is by the Mariachi Entertainment System band. So it is a mariachi version
3
of sewer
successes.
surfing.
3
Alright.
successes.
So you summon up a flame, probably just a little bit bigger than a softball, and it's shedding a decent amount of light. It kind of flitters around, moving randomly. It goes over and kind of flits around the cocoon that Tuck is holding. Then it flits around Tuck's head. Then it goes flittering around the trolls. One of the trolls sticks out a finger and goes, "Aren't you cute?" And then
Careful.
fuck. Okay, so it's real fire then.
Yes.
Oh, sucks. All right, aren't you cute? Stay the fuck away from me.
Be nice.
He's like, well, all right, it was my fault. I admit. I apologize, Puffball.
Ray, I'm gonna shout back up. If I didn't make it clear, it's safe down here.
We're on
Hold
our way
your-
down.
Yeah, what she said politely.
Oh, this shit.
Tuck's like, I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
And the troll with a burnt finger says, no. And goes down the stairs ahead of him. He says, and another troll goes down behind her, and then Tuck is allowed to go, and you're allowed to go, and then 2 trolls bring up the rear.
This is really weird of me not leading anything and that I'm stuck in the middle.
The female troll in the lead goes, stuck in the middle with you.
I love her. I love her.
And so you guys walk down, you get to the bottom, and there is, like I said, there is that entrance directly ahead that is pretty much a glowing tunnel. But the odd thing is, as you walk down the stairs, there was no light until you hit the bottom of the stairs, and then you could see the glow.
Yeah.
Am I scouting that too?
Tuck says, he looks at you and he says, I'm not going to do it this time because he probably will. And that's just, more than one way to skin a cat, I guess, but hey. What? I'm not going to actually skin a cat today.
We've been through enough with the worm. We're not doing anything else gross today.
Cats taste like chicken,
You know. You are something else.
I thought that was the point.
All right,
Ray, I'm gonna
smart
take a
ass.
step into the glowing tunnel.
God damn it!
I knew if I stalled long enough, he'd just do it on his
Of
own.
course he's gonna do it.
We have places to go and things to do. And I don't have time for this. I'm gonna take a step backwards into the tunnel, like a back step, and then look over my shoulder.
All right.
Smart.
Mark steps back into the tunnel and disappears.
God damn it!
I don't see them anymore. I still see
Nope.
them.
You are standing on the lawn in front of the house.
Oh, cool. I am going to. I'm gonna pull out something meaningless and just kind of like toss it back the direction the portal was and see if it goes back through.
Nope.
Then I'm gonna be like, "It's safe," and I'm gonna start walking towards the house.
You don't hear a thing.
No, I'm gonna say
I
it's
know.
safe.
I know.
All right. Looks up at the trolls. You go first. Let's just go.
And as you try and step forward, the female troll sticks out her hand and she says, "Ahem." And she says, "Stuck in the middle," and steps into the portal.
I fucking love her.
So as you're right before you get to the front door, the female troll pops out and is looking around, like, "Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna
not
start
dead."
shouting, "Prepare! Finn is back! We need to get everything ready!"
There's no one there.
Open
Actually, you hear, "What?"
Oh my god.
Yes.
Murder, homo, lesbian.
I was making a I was making a sandwich. Does he want something to eat? Is he okay?
Oh my god!
You know what Finn needs?
What? He comes walking out of the kitchen into the foyer.
Finn needs
He's got like bologna in one hand and bread in the other.
Finn needs an amount of marijuana that would be sufficient for 40 people.
Okay.
Like the amount that you would give to somebody as a gift that doesn't say, "I'm desperate and needy," but says, "I respect you and your ability to smoke."
God damn it, Mark!
And by this time, the female troll's walking up the door.
But he needs it in like 2 hours.
I mean, I can go break off a block corner of my brick.
Is
I
that
mean,
enough
that
for 40 people?
Well, probably, unless like they fucking like. I mean, yes.
What kind of brick does this motherfucker have?
Okay.
It's like the
how
size
about,
of a couch.
How about 2
It
corners?
is the couch.
How about 2 corners?
God.
Huh?
Of course it
How about
is.
2
It's
corners?
murder,
Just
homo.
go get it now! Get it now! Hurry! Bring it back to the kitchen! Fast!
Okay,
fast,
okay,
fast.
okay, man. And he just literally throws the bread and the bologna over his shoulder and goes running down the hallway.
Oh my god!
So,
I'm
are the
gonna
rest
get
of
out
you
the
stepping
kitchen
through?
bags, and I'm gonna start
Yes!
getting ready to like sort it into the 40 bags.
Okay. So you guys come through. You're on the lawn of the house. The moment Tuck appears on the lawn, the webbing that is encasing Finn begins to... That you see strands of webbing floating off of it.
All right, let's get him in the house.
And Tuck runs for the house. And
Yeah,
one of the
and she's-
trolls holds the door open.
Yeah, she's saying to the house that she's running to the house. Can you please set up a bed by the balefire by the fireplace? Don't put it on top of brisket. Just put a bed there.
And you hear in your head, you hear, "I will make him safe by the balefire."
Mm.
And as Tuck enters the house, the cocoon disappears from his arms. Doesn't appear by the fireplace.
Yep.
He's in the chimney.
Fucking illusion. Were you just swindled?
I put my boyfriend down in a blanket and he evaporated. No.
Oh, you might want
There's-
to check that. That's not a trick.
there's something I want to do. It is find the silver path. There's a way that I can find out if something's an illusion.
Okay.
For this, when you have so much stuff, I need to make a perception alertness roll against a difficulty equal to the illusion crafter's glamour in order to find where the true trot is.
The difficulty's a 10.
Shit.
Hold on a second.
Okay, so perception awareness.
No, I gotta save that.
Okay, so in this case, it'll be alertness on the sheet. Great. This is gonna be great. We got this, y'all. We got this.
I gave you a save that one in particular in the chat.
Okay, what's that one again?
+1 to 1 dice.
Yeah.
Cool. I only got 2. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's a D12. How did I get a D12 out of the bag? No.
See, I'm not the only one who can't count.
1 success.
1 success. There you go. Well, that's all you need. What are you trying to discover as an illusion?
Just if the house is actually the house, if this isn't some illusion bullshit.
There are lots of illusions here, but this is the house.
Okay, so we're actually at the house. Cool. All right, where did Finn go? Where did Finn go?
I put him in a safe place.
Where is the safe place?
Did you put him in the basement?
The heart of the balefire.
You put him in the
Set
fireplace.
him on fire.
No, I put him at the heart of the balefire. Do you want to go to the heart of the balefire?
Yes.
Rose disappears. You are standing in a room that looks like a natural cave.
I want to go to the heart of Bellfire.
You're standing in a room. You didn't hear the other half of the conversation, so... but you're standing in a room that looks like a natural cave. In the center of the cave, there is a green flame. Wicks up about 4 or 5 feet tall. The base of the flame is about 2-3 feet wide. The flame is being tended by three goblins.
Oh.
And they are feeding in the wood into the fire to keep it burning. And one of the goblins walks up to you and bows and says, "Mistress."
She'll give a little nod.
And says, "We have placed him near to the balefire as we dare." And you see, as he leads you around, on the other side of the balefire, there is a bed laid out, and the cocoon is laid in the bed. And it's only like a few feet from the balefire.
What?
Apparently, that's a theme.
Apparently.
No!
Wait. This fire's on fire.
Oh my god.
If you love
right.
somebody, set them on fire. Fire, set them on fire.
So,
Wait, is that not what you're supposed to do? I've been doing this whole thing all wrong.
All right.
Fuck.
Damn.
my love burns like a flame. All right, so
You can douse that flame. Thank you very much.
I think this is actually a good place to wrap up for the evening.
Is this burning?
You guys are on your way back to the house. Finn is home.
Rose is still bottling.
Rose
Fierce
is,
in the cry
Rose
blood,
is
it'll
still
be great.
unseelie.
Yeah, she is.
And we have many, many joys yet to suffer as we are continuing in this merry, merry journey we call Emerald Sanctums. Sphinx, tell folks where they can find you in the really, really real world.
In the really, really real world, you ask?
Or the internet, one or the other.
Well, on the internet, you can find me as Circle DM on the TikToks. Sphinx Acosta just about everywhere else. That includes Twitter. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me right here with dinner and a game. Playing, of course, on Tuesdays, Emerald Sanctums with these fine folks. And on Wednesdays playing Kingdom of Mist, which is our D&D homebrew 5e game that's based around kind of the ideas of Treasure Planet. It's fantastic. Come and check us out. Milagros is in that game too. It's amazing. On every other Friday, you can find me with the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigues. But on this Friday and other Fridays that we're not doing Initiatives and Intrigues, you can find me on the ADH Adventures channel, running my own campaign called Agents of the Circle, which is a D&D 5e Eberron homebrew. My party is in the middle of a heist snapping, and it's going real well.
Considering it's,
we've mentioned heist snapping.
I know, considering how long you've been talking about this heist snapping.
I know it is.
It's not.
On a scale between 1 and 10, how bad is our heist snapping?
On a scale of 1 to 10, we're at about a 5.5 right now.
Right.
Love that.
Love that.
The party has been split.
Great.
And one half of the party are fighting Reno and Rude. For those of you who know who Reno and Rude are, if you know, you know. And the others have just had quite a couple of encounters with some beings from the past, and that's a whole thing that's happened.
Trauma. Got it. Cool.
Trauma.
Dun dun
Yes.
dun. I don't know anything about it.
Nope. On Saturdays, you can find me also with Dinner and a Game on alternating Saturdays playing Heroes Arc as Raziel the Necromancer. We just ended our Pirate Arc, and we're back in the Spire, ready to basically burn it down. And on the alternating Fridays, playing Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, where I play Zan, an Eladrin Paladin, which is also going to be at Gen Con, which means your boy's going to be at Gen Con this year. Holla!
Hell yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Spinks, and congratulations on the Gen Con table. That's amazing.
I'm excited.
Milagros, where can people find you on the interwebs?
People can find me here on Dinner and a Game 3 times a week on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturday mornings. I am moving to New York in a month,
Dun,
so
dun, dun.
everything else is on hold. I do have more content that will be coming mostly on YouTube, it looks like, because I want to do like long form educational content, but I will get back to posting TikToks just once I am all settled and all my stuff is not in boxes. But yeah, if you want to see me and my shenanigans, which mostly include gay panicking, I am here 3 times a week. They cannot get rid of me. I live here.
And thank you for living here so much. Jonathan, as always, thank you for being an amazing player. Thank you for bringing Mark to life and driving everyone insane. We could not appreciate it more. Actually, I don't want to put that challenge in front of you. I'm sure there's ways we can appreciate it more, but we don't need you to go there.
Oh, he'll go there. We don't have to ask.
He's already going there. He's already
going. He's
Ivy, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Yeah. So every Monday, currently on hiatus because one of our players is elsewhere, but normally every Monday you can find me over at Dice Cream Sandwich, where I play a Circle of the Moon Druid by the name of Farrell, and every Tuesday you can find me here at the moment, and then upcoming projects are in the works as we get everything settled and people are moving and everything else. So
Dun, dun, dun.
at the moment, just Dice Cream Sandwich in here.
Excellent. And Em, where can we
Yes.
find you?
All right, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok under starshards.stories. On Twitter, you can find me under starshardsstory. You can find me on the following networks, which we're going to go through the whole ABCs. So, you see me here on Tuesdays for Dinner and a Game, playing Emerald Sanctums. Saturday mornings, I run my Monster Hearts game, Breakfast Club, at 10 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, which everybody loves. Which we'll be having a guest for the next 2 episodes, which is Magnus Rune from the Figment Collective. Every other Thursday, you can find me on to turn to page 394, where I run my Star Wars 5e game, which is now taking place during the Great Jedi Purge. Yes, I got to do Order 66 on May 5th for the episode. It was a delight.
Nice.
Yes. Friday, you can find me on Vampiric Touch ENT, playing the Volition of Onyx and Gold, which is Exalted campaign, where I play Lena, our Twilight Cast Solar sorceress. She is a delight. And then right afterwards, you can find me on the Figment Collective under Arcadia by Day, which is a Changeling the Lost game, or Seattle by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game. Saturday night, you can find me on the Cantrip cast for a short-term campaign of Star Wars 5e, The Lost Planet. And then Sunday, you can find me on the Figment Collective for Curse of Strahd or Main by Night, which is a Sabbat V5 Chronicle.
Dun dun dun. Excellent. Thank you so much. And of course, if you want to follow Dinner in a Game, you can find all of our socials in our link tree, and all of our contests are listed there and everything like that. And we are going to go now spread some love around the interwebs as we are going to go raid someone else. If anyone's not been in a raid before, all we do is we take our audience, we jump into their audience, and we tell them that how much we love their content and how much we appreciate what they're doing, and tell them that Dinner in a Game sent you, and give them a follow if you have not followed them, and all those things make these creators feel wonderful. We know that because other people rated us, and it makes us feel amazing, and we want to spread that love around. At Dinner in a Game, we always save you a seat at the table. If you have to go out, wear a mask, social distance. It is another surge. Don't take any chances. We want you to come back week after week. Give them a follow if you have not followed them, and all those things. Oh, that was my fault. I clicked a button. But yes, so, but yeah, social distance, be careful. We want you to come back week after week to join us. And does anyone have a preference on who we raid?
There's somebody, they're called Diced Thespians. One of the players is a longtime friend of mine.
Diced Thespians?
That's a very good stream name.
I thought you said Dice Lesbian, and I was like, hey, yo, I gotta follow them right now.
It could be, you don't know.
All right, so this is really cool for me because I've never seen this stream before. So we're gonna go throw them a raid real quick, and you guys make sure, like I said, you let them know Dinner in a Game sent you. We're gonna give them a follow because like I said, we've never been there before, and so you do the same. And we thank you all so much for being here tonight. We hope you all have a great time, and we will see you all tomorrow night for Kingdoms of Mist, Saturday morning for Monster Hearts, and that should be it for this week because we do not have Friday right now because we're doing that every other week for Firefly. So we love you all. We will talk to you later, and please be safe, be careful, and remember always that we love you and we want you to come back.
Good night.
Good night. And we should be rating. All right.
Oh, we're in.
I am not familiar with these people at all. So which one is a friend of yours, Em?
The only male.
The only one?
Yep.
I was like either like one of the girls or like,
Nope. So fun fact, here in the VA Beach scene, there was a big music scene at a bar called Shaka's. He was one of the bandmates of a guy that I used to date, and him and I still talk to this day. He was a drummer.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, also their cosplays for all their characters, they've gotten professional shoots done. Looks badass as shit, because he plays a paladin.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
They all look like a really cute cast.
All right, guys.
Oh, new game! It's a new one.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's not the campaign that I thought it was.
Well, either way,
Yeah,
it's wonderful. And I've got to go real quick, guys. So if you guys want to chat, I love you guys very much. I will talk to you later. And thank you so much for everything. Ivy, thank you for letting me double traumatize you. It was wonderful.
I was in the shower earlier. I was like, oh no, and remembered where we were, and I was like, oh, no.
I got the blanket out. I
saw the
blanket.
blanket. Okay, but so biting her is now on the table. We get to bite her now.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
All right, see y'all later.
All right, love you, right?
Bye, buddy.
Okay,
Ivy.
All right. Let me set things up so we can eat together. Ooh, Oscar. Drake actually went to sleep. It didn't make any of the signs. No, just not a preference. So he may have made the macaroni and cheese. He may have eaten all the macaroni and cheese. He did not make